What's going on, TW fans? Thomas here, bringing you another episode of What's New at Tackle Warehouse. March is coming to a close. April is right around the corner. The fishing is awesome where we are here. Hopefully it's going well for you guys as well. Regardless, it should be really firing here soon. Fortunately, our manufacturers are still hooking us up with a ton of cool stuff to hit the water, catch more fish. So let's start off by building a whole new setup. If you're looking for a new rod, we got a cool new setup here from Virtus and Jewel. So these guys teamed up together. I mean, over 30 years of rod building experience came in to build these series of sticks here. So we have both casting and spinning. I just got a couple of casting rods on deck for us today, so make sure you head on over to tacklewarehouse.com to check out all the options. All right, so both these rods share a lot together, so I'll kind of talk about what they have in common, and then we'll just jump into the couple of unique features. All right, so both of these are built on a proprietary blend of carbon fiber and graphite, so you're gonna get a really nice, well-balanced, responsive, reactive rod. So that's gonna be really nice. It's lightweight too, feels really nice in the hand, so I'm pretty stoked on that. Running up the guide train of this blue diamond here is actually gonna be some Sea guide train, so that's actually where they do differ between the two. Down here, they're both gonna share the same premium cork split grip, so just really lightweight, comfortable in the hand, durable, gonna last a long time, and both these things have Fuji reel seats and then these integrated hook keepers. So just nice premium rods, both of them built in the USA, and both of them are highly technique specific. So again, head on over to the website, tacklewarehouse.com. When you're looking at the rods, you can actually click the little button that says show more information, and it's gonna break down what each and every one of these technique specific rods are built for. So that's the Blue Diamond series. They also have a Red Diamond series. So if you jump up to the Red Diamond series, you're gonna get some premium Fuji guides. That's gonna be where they mainly differ here. Again, a couple different technique specific options in this series. So this is gonna be more of your tournament caliber, just the premium high-end rods. Again, really lightweight, really responsive, and really, really technique specific, cool options out there. Make sure to check them out on the website. All right, so we got our rod dialed in here. Let's take a look at what our reel's gonna be. Okuma's got us covered with the Okuma Hakai casting reel. So this thing is awesome, incredibly lightweight, perfect for pairing up with those Virtus rods that we were just talking about. I mean, you're gonna get no fatigue when you compare this pair this incredibly light reel with those light rods. Now that reduced weight comes from their light cast frame system. So it's actually a magnesium frame, which is up to 15% lighter than a lot of the aluminum alloy spools on the market, yet it's still incredibly strong. So really, really lightweight, also finished with this corrosion resistant material, so it's gonna last a long time and stand up to whatever elements you're fishing in. So that's really nice. On the other side here, we have some oversized EVA knobs, and they're the round knob style. I like those a lot. They kind of give you really good positive control over the fish. Maybe you're fishing a frog or something, you need to horse them out of heavy cover. I like those round reels for that, or those round knobs, excuse me, for that. On the other side here, we do have an external braking adjustment, so you're gonna be able to really fine tune and dial in this reel to match whatever lure you're throwing with it. And then the last feature I wanna talk about externally is their nice line diameter indicator system. So it seems like more and more manufacturers are starting to capitalize on that cool feature. So you're able to actually dial in exactly what line you have on your spool. So if you have a deck full of the same reels or rods, you're able to quickly identify exactly what line you have on here, or maybe they've been in the garage since winter, you're getting ready to get back out on the water, can't really remember what's spooled up, they got you covered with that ID. So it's kind of nice, you never have, it takes the guesswork out of it. You know exactly what's on the spool all the time. Now they also have their flight spool on here. So that's gonna give you really, really long casts. It takes minimal inertia to get this thing started, so you're just gonna be able to really fling those lures a long way. So light, durable, strong, long cast. What more do you want out of a reel? So pretty cool one from Okuma. All right, let's complete our new setup with some line. Teflon. They're hooking us up with a pretty unique line. This is biodegradable monofilament. So like most monofilaments, you're gonna get all the same benefits out of it. It's got a little bit of stretch to it, so treble hook baits, you're gonna be able to really capitalize on those, or if you just need some shock absorption, you're gonna get a little bit of that stretch from on it. Clear, highly invisible, so line shy fish, no problem there. Abrasion resistant and high knot strength. So just premium monofilament features, but where this thing really shines is it's biodegradable. So I mean, you're really helping out the future of the sport, making sure that our kids continue to be able to fish in this thing. This thing is designed to degrade up to 100 times faster than standard monofilament and fluorocarbon. So just a environmentally friendly way to go chase those bass. Really cool, unique new one from Tufline. So we have the standard size spool here, and then we also have a leader size spool. So if you're just looking for a top shot, anything like that, you're able to fish on in confidence, knowing that you're helping the future of the sport with this one. And it's even spooled up on 100% recycled filler spools. So pretty neat. I like that one a lot. All right, let's jump into some baits, some stuff that we're gonna catch fish with. First one here. New from Z-Man, we have the Z-Man Goat Toads. I mean, it is never too early to start thinking about frog fishing, in my opinion, and I'm really, really stoked on this one. So they spent a ton of time researching and designing this thing. And also kind of a cool feature with this one is that design process themselves. Z-Man actually did a whole video series on from start to finish on the design process of this toad. So head on over to TackleRoyals.com, check out that video series. You're gonna get a cool insider look at what it takes to develop one of these lures. All right, now the lure itself, awesome. So it's made from their LazTech material. So really, really, really stretchy. This thing is gonna stand up to a ton of grumpy, aggressive fish. Big strikes, big blowups. This thing is gonna keep kicking, keep working, but it's also really buoyant. So if we want to slow this thing down, pause it near a key piece of cover, you're going to be able to do that thanks to that LazTech material. Now, we had a ton of detailing on this one on the top. We have some dimpling and some channels, some ribbing up top that does, kind of provide a more natural, lifelike feel for the bass, so get them to hang on a little bit longer. But it's also going to help, kind of protect your hook point. So if you're going through some thick mats or whatever vegetation you're cruising this thing over, it's going to hang up far less. On the underside here, we have a deep channel cut into this one. It's just gonna help you get more positive hook sets when the bass does inevitably blow up on this thing. And then on the back, we have two hard kicking, fluttering, churning legs that are just gonna leave a nice bubble trail and just call these fish up, even if you're fishing over some deeper structure. So a cool one to check out when frog fishing comes around again. All right, let's stay above the surface with Jackall this time. So we have the Jackall Bounty Fish Soft Jerkbait. Now, despite the name being soft jerkbait, this is actually a top water lure. So pretty unique. I haven't seen too many things quite like this one, top water bait. So designed to throw in some of that more vegetated areas where you can't throw a hard bait with treble hooks hanging off of it. That's where this thing is really, really gonna shine. So it starts, you'll be able to insert your hook. They actually have two little nubs up here. So you have where you're gonna insert the hook and then also where the hook point is gonna come out right below it. So it makes rigging it easier than ever. And then on the top side, they do have a channel cut into it. So again, it's gonna be super weedless. So you're gonna be able, like I said, to send this top water bait where other top water baits can't go. On the side here, we have some really aggressive ribbing. Going to do a couple of important things. One, it's going to throw and splash water, leave bubbles, help the fish locate and key in on this thing, but it's also going to slow down your retrieve. So it's going to really enhance that walk the dog action on there and keep it in the strike zone longer. Now you have this cool little tail here that's attached with their net system. So this little net joint is just going to allow completely free-flowing action. So even if you're dead sticking this thing, the tail is still going to be quivering, moving, slashing along the water as you're walking the dog. So just a ton of action built in here. And so up on top of the surface, absolutely, that's where it's designed to be, that's where it's going to shine. But if you want to take this thing, subsurface, if bass maybe aren't quite hitting the top water as aggressively as they are yet, maybe that's going to be a couple months down the road, you can actually add a nail weight or two in here and you're going to get a soft or a slow sink action, so that more soft bait, soft jerk bait, traditional style is going to really shine through there. So cool, kind of customizable bait. I'm excited to use that one in those areas that I can't throw my traditional hard baits. All right, let's keep cruising with some more soft plastic stuff. This time from Gitsit, we have the Gitsit Tournament Tube. I mean, this thing is sweet. Anybody that's thrown a tube ever, it's just an irresistible profile for smallmouth especially, but absolutely largemouth will gobble these things up too. These things have been bringing fish to the boat for a long time. So the Gitsit Tournament Tube relies on that same profile that's made the Gitsit tubes popular and proven for so many years, but now it includes their really powerful attractant. So your strike zone just got even bigger. So and if that attraction isn't enough, this thing is loaded with salt as well. So when that bass does hammer on your tube, they aren't gonna let it go. You're gonna get extra time to set the hook in it, especially if it's a subtle bite. Maybe you don't feel it immediately. You're gonna get a little bit of extra time to get that hook in them. So that same proven tube profile, all the awesome action out of that tube, but now with this proprietary new attractant that's really gonna get you some more bites. All right, we got a few new things from Gambler to talk about. First up, we have the Gambler Chunk Trailer. Look, I know it's springtime over here. It's springtime for a lot of places, but I know there's still some parts of the country that are seeing some pretty cold water. So if you're looking for a nice trailer for your jig in those cold waters, this is the one you're gonna wanna go with. So loaded with a ton of scent. which is really important when those bites are coming, not super frequently in the wintertime. This is just, you need every edge you can get, and that scent is gonna give you that edge. So like any other standard trunk trailer on here, you're gonna get that meaty body up front and then the large flapping tails down below. It's gonna add some bulk to your jig profile and also slow down the rate of fall. So if you're faced with some lethargic fish, really cold weather fishing especially, that's gonna just slow down the rate of fall, just present a meal that they cannot resist. You're gonna get a lot more bites out of it with that trailer on there. So cool new one from Gambler. All right, another one from Gambler. We have the Bacon Rind Creature Bait. There's a lot going on in this one, but I think first and foremost, while it is new and exclusive to Tackle Warehouse, this one actually does have a rich history. So this one was used by Davey Hite to capitalize and dominate the 1999 Bassmaster Classic. So if some of you guys recognize it, that's where it's from. I mean, this thing is awesome, kind of a do-it-all bait. So it starts with this durable solid body up front here, so it's gonna be able to accept, even some of your beefier flipping hooks, and it's got a ton of ribbing on there. So it's gonna pull, push, disturb a lot of water, just help bass locate this thing. Off the sides here, we have a couple of wings. That's gonna give it a little bit of a gliding action. So Texas rig, great. If you want to Carolina rig this thing, kind of capitalize on that gliding action, you can do that as well. Coming out below here, we have a couple of flapping legs, little appendages down here as well, just to help push and move more water, and then it terminates with this oversized curly tail. So as you're dragging it through vegetation, you're gonna get that kind of turbine action on the back of this thing. So there's a ton of stuff to help the bass locate this thing. A really cool, versatile new bait for you. All right, last one from Gambler. We have the Gambler Slim EZ. So the EZ swim baits have been out for a while now. They're just expanding your arsenal and giving you something really, really streamlined. So this thing is designed to swim through vegetation. So if you want to Texas rig this thing, that's great. You can really get it to slither through, even the most dense underwater jungles that your lake may have. If you want to run it over some grass flats, it's really going to shine there as well. So it uses that same tail that you get with the other EZ swim bait, so it's actually a little segmented tail on here. So you're going to get full body action out of this thing, not just the boot tail kicking. The whole tail section, the whole back of this bait is going to be really moving and wobbling in the water. So it just really calls to those bass and gives it more of a natural lifelike appearance on there. So I mentioned Texas rig, absolutely hyper weedless, but I mean, you could throw this thing on the back of your favorite bladed jig, spinner bait, or maybe this new one from Picasso here. We have the Picasso all-terrain weedless inline spinnerbait, which would be perfect when paired up with that Slim EZ. So this one was designed by both Hank Cherry and Lonnie Cochran. So a couple of guys that know a lot about spinnerbaits here. This thing is designed, just like the name says, to be all-terrain. You can throw this through all kinds of dense, thick brush, hard cover, whatever you need. So up front, you have this conical-shaped head that combines with the 4 titanium wires to really be weedless. You can throw this thing just about anywhere you want. You got a Colorado blade up front, which is gonna be great for dirty, stained water. This one has a chrome blade on it, so it's still gonna throw a ton of light. Maybe you want to do some nighttime fishing with it, whatever you want to do. That hard thump is going to help the bass locate this thing. Now back behind the head, we already kind of hit on it. It's got that conical design that's built to come through structure and cover, and it also houses these giant oversized eyes to really give fish a strike point. Behind that, you have some premium skirting that's going to really flow and undulate in the water column. And then you have a sticky sharp Gamakatsu hook and a custom molded wire bait keeper system on there. So whatever trailer, whether it's that Slim EZ, whatever your favorite trailer is that you want to throw on the back of this thing, it's going to stay pinned. It's not going anywhere. You don't need any messy glues. So a cool new inline spinnerbait from Picasso. All right, last bait I want to talk about with you guys today is going to be from Live Target. We have the Live Target Minnow. I mean, this thing is just as anatomically accurate as they come, and that was the whole design here. So you have that 3D etched checkered scale pattern on there. We have a fin up top, the 3D eyes on here. We got some fins molded on it. Just a ton of stuff to make this thing super lifelike. And then that size profile is really, really nice. Now I'm pretty excited to use this jerkbait. It's super erratic, so you're gonna get a ton of action out of it. And then it's got a really durable polycarbonate bill, so you can bang this thing into structure, whether it's wood or rocks, and it's gonna hold up, keep going. I mean, that's where you're gonna generate a lot of those bites. So this thing is gonna be awesome. Erratic action and erratic deflections, which is nice. Premium hardware on this one, so you're gonna button up any of those fish that do take a swing at this thing. And I like it because it's got a little bit of versatility to it. So for those of you that like to troll, this thing actually has a slow sink design, so you can count this thing down, you can troll it behind your boat, but if you're looking to chuck and wind it, cast it into some wind even, it has an internal weight transfer system. So you're gonna be able to cast it a little bit further and cast it into the wind a little bit easier, which is kind of where these things really shine. So just a premium little jerkbait that's gonna get you a ton of bites and get you some big fish as well. All right, last one I want to talk to you about today is actually an accessory. This one is new from Baitsanity. This is the Baitsanity Hatch Match Atom Tail 3.0. So designed to be paired up with your Explorer gill. It relies on that Bait Connect system, so you're able to very quickly, very easily swap out your tail. So if you're just looking to add a whole new look, add new action, or just refresh your bait back to its original glory, you can do that with this tail. So the name comes from this ball on the back here, kind of resembles an atom, if you will. The smallest matter, yet this thing dishes out tremendously big action. So if you want to fish it really, really slow, you're going to get a nice seductive kicking action on the back of this one. Or if you're using maybe the floating model and you want to keep it up near the surface, it's just going to really accentuate that waking action, just give you a bigger weight, help those fish find your bait better, and just make it irresistible. So a cool new feature or a new enhancement to your favorite swim bait. So a cool one from Baitsanity. All right, guys, that's going to wrap up this week's episode of What's New at Tackle Warehouse. As always, thank you for tuning in, and to learn more or shop for these products, make sure to click shop or the link in the description below. If you enjoyed this video, you want to see more like it, don't forget to subscribe to our channel, and let us know in the comments which of these baits you're most excited to use. Maybe it's that Jackal Topwater, or maybe like me, that Z-Man Goat Toads. This thing is going to be awesome when frog fishing season comes around. All right, we'll see y'all next week.